Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're doing something that, well, it's a regular steak. We've done a elk tomahawk, and I said, or I thought that maybe when I got a nice big steak, I could show you a rib steak. So this is a rib steak, right? So a shorter bone on a tomahawk is a rib steak. You remove the bone from the rib steak and you have a ribeye. So here's a ribeye with bone in. Where's the bone? There's the bone there. Is there much of a bone? Oh, more of the bone on this side. Okay, so here's our bone-in ribeye called a rib steak. You can see that it's very fatty, right? So ribeyes are typically 70% fat, but that would be true if they cut off the fat cap. Whoever did this let a bit of the fat cap on, so you can see this is probably even a little bit more than 70% fat. Probably just that portion, if you kind of cut this fat cap off, would have been there. So here's a nice ribeye steak. Now, I didn't weigh this. I mean, just looking at it, though, it's probably 32 at least 2 pounds, maybe a little bit more. But this is going to be a delicious, well, late lunch / dinner for me. So how am I going to cook this? Lots of people like to fast fry these, right? I want it blue rare in the middle, absolutely. But this is thick enough, as you see, right? It's thick enough that I can cook this in the oven, which is the way I like to do it. I like to bake these. Now, a lot of people are going to think to themselves, no way, you don't want to bake a steak, you're going to ruin it. Well, what I do is I bake it in the oven at 350. You just heard it beep. There it is, 350. I'm going to put it in, and it's 8:48. I'm going to put this in for 7 minutes aside at 350, maybe 8. It's thick enough. And I'll show it to you. So I'm going to flip it and do it for another 7 or 8 on the other side. Now, it will cook the outside, but I'll show it to you. The inside is still going to be blue rare. So it's going to be the way I like it in general. And the reason why I like to bake it instead of fry it is I can use lower temperature, so less browning, and it doesn't make it as tough then. So in this case, I'm still going to kill the germs on the outside and make it safe to eat, but it's not going to have anything that's going to be tough or hard. It's going to be super soft all the way through. And yes, a small amount of juices will leak out, but you saw I'm only cooking it for a few minutes, and the amount of fat in there, it's essentially going to be still raw in the middle. I'll show you guys in like 16, 17 minutes, okay? See you again. Welcome back, YouTube. So it's been, well, about 16 minutes, give or take. Here's our steak. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like in the thing. You can see that absolutely there's just, just a tiny bit of liquid came off, mostly fat, right? So I'm not missing, you see the fat's melting off right there. I'm not really missing very much, right? I haven't lost a whole bunch of juices because I'm not cooking it very long. My intent is to just make it safe to cook. So, well, let's take a look at the inside of one of this. So you can see the outside is cooked. And if we go to the inside, you're absolutely going to see that this is just the way I like it, right? Which is blue rare. And we'll see that. So there you go. Now there is a little bit less or a little bit more cooked than blue rare on a little bit there, but that is blue rare, and the outside is definitely cooked, as you can see. So there we go. This is obviously a big steak. Maybe not everyone can eat this in one meal, being at 2-something pounds with a lot of calories. I don't know offhand, but probably 1,500 calories in this right here. So it's a big meal for a lot of people. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure you're all jealous just looking at that steak.